Alright, we have an author we're gonna say goodbye to in 2600. Crane. Written C-R-A-Y-N-E. The last one we had from Crane was 2506, which is... It was a little Niles, like the little crocodile plushie that like helped manifesting a little girl's wishes whenever she like was like really thinking like, oh, I would like to have that, and the crocodile plushie was like, no problem, let me just create it for ya. So Crane, this is your last work from the mainline SCP that we get to read. Yeah, looking at all the SCPs, I've read most of yours in series 2. It has been an honor, it has been fun, and now it's Maiden Voyage. What a perfect name to say goodbye to an author. Well, I'm going because I'm really tired today and need to sleep. Goodbye. Okay, no problem. You sleep well, and yeah. I'll see you next weekend when we shall continue with the 2600. And in the meantime, I shall go on a maiden voyage. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-2603 is considered an active war zone and should be treated as such on a diplomatic and political level. Any attempts to enter SCP-2603's subconscious should be coordinated with the current senior geopolitical analyst. Senior geopolitical analyst attached to this project and should only be performed by NCI-IV, well, 4, NCI-4, certified members of Mobile Task Force Omicron Rho. SCP-2603 is to remain awake from 6 in the morning to midnight local time. Outside of this window, SCP-2603 is allowed to sleep under surveillance. SCP-2603 is to be housed in an M-type humanoid anomaly containment cell HACC fitted with 4 Sporsevsky grade construct stability seals CSS with overlapping radii. SCP-2603 is to be kept on a daily regimen of non-selective monoamine oxidase inhibitors, MAUI, with the exact dosage periodically reviewed for SCP-2603's body weight. Care should be taken when introducing other medication to SCP-2603 due to the danger of negative interaction between the MAUI and other drugs. Physical side effects of the MAUI applied are to be treated as humanely as possible without introducing additional pharmaceutical factors should testing be necessary. SCP-2603 medication cycle may be interrupted temporarily, though this should not be done without prior. Oh, sorry, I realized I didn't do this, I think. This was for 000, this was for 01, so 03. Was it? Did I do it? No, I think I did it. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Communication cycle may be interrupted temporarily, though this should not be done without prior consultation of the senior. Should exploration of SCP-2603's subconscious reveal information on possible new anomalous activity, a threat level assessment should be carried out after debriefing. If escalation is deemed necessary, memory mining procedures can be authorized by the current project lead. On no account are rooms inside SCP-2603's dream construct to be entered without prior instructions to do so. Observation has been deemed to be sufficient at this point in time. Update 3rd 27th 2015. The bridge of the vessel representing SCP-2603's subconscious is to be permanently shielded from entry by foreign entities as detailed in Security Protocol 2603 PRC/Atlantic V1.24. Oops. Rem Joe IT120170415 techniques and methods developed and used in containment of SCP-2603 are currently being screened for adaptability for use with projects 1230 and 2840. Possible uses include an attempt to assess whether or not the class Lambda entities involved are in fact baseline human entities employing similar techniques as used by Omicron Rho. Description: SCP-2603 is an adult male of Finno-Ugric descent, formerly Kulodom, 7/7/1948, a known Group Division P operators from 1968 to 1989. SCP-2603 presents with an involuntary and unconscious Type D 11 reality manipulation ability triggered by REM sleep and an accompanying lucid dream state. Now that's interesting. We had a footnote here before. I guess it's just the same. No, it's a different footnote. Oh, there's a reference? What? How's... Wait, hold on. Let me... Oh, okay. That's new. I never had that before. So the footnote here says involuntary transmutation of corporeal materials risk factor RF Alpha 6, and the reference says here Clef A. Choi Zimmerman TS et al. A modest proposal classification of reality fracturing and manipulation abilities in numerous 4th edition Scientific Critics Press 2005. Okay, I gotta be honest. I had a couple SCPs like that where like the footnote would say something like this instead of being a footnote. And I appreciate that this is now that this is noted here as a reference. I wonder if this is like the first one that did that, and it's gonna become much more of a common thing, or if this is the only person that decided to actually do it like that. Because I really do appreciate that that there's now a difference. Because like before, I was always confused. Like as a footnote, it seems a little bit weird to like be like, oh, it's referencing either a tale or something that's like, you know, from a wiki page and so on and so forth. So I appreciate that Crane decided to do that here. Specifically, SCP-2603 unconsciously transmutes any solid inorganic material around its body into brine consistent in composition with that found in the Kara Sea, radiating out at a steady rate of 1 meter cubed per hour. As of time of writing, no limit to this property has been observed. During the conversion, SCP-2603 will float on transmuted matter. Reversal of the process is instantaneous when SCP-2603 is woken from sleep. Note that personnel will become embedded in solid material if fully or partially submerged in brine before reversal. Brine displaced by personnel within its area of effect during reversal appear to disappear as no warping of material or surfaces has been noted. SCP-2603 first presented with these anomalous properties in 2013, shortly after having attended a seminar entitled The Power of the Subconscious Mind, A Journey into Self. This seminar was organized by the Dawn of Quran, currently classified as a spiritual non-profit organization without ties to major religious factions. No anomalous connections were found during an investigation into the organization's background, though SCP-2603's anomalous properties manifested abruptly. It likely had a latent ability since birth. Statistical analysis of humanoid anomalies determined to have a reality manipulation ability shows a negligible number of spontaneous manifestations during adulthood without previously dormant properties. Though not strictly relevant to this project, SCP-2603's experiences as a Group Division P operative appear to shape its dream to a large extent. The Foundation currently considers SCP-2603 a contested sovereign body with unknown parties in dispute concerning the ownership of SCP-2603's non-cognitive space. No known parties currently acknowledge involvement. However, though no official troop movement or military presence can be discerned, unsanctioned incursions occur frequently. It's believed the unsanctioned activity in SCP-2603's non-cognitive space triggers its anomalous properties, affecting the current reality construct as described above. SCP-2603 reports experiencing an identical dream every night in which a ship drifts on a large unidentified body of water without spawning or reaching land. This has in the past taken the form of several real-world vessels, such as the MV Lyubov Orlova and the MV Wilhelm Gustloff, as well as dream construct vessels such as the XS Daggermouth and the XS Eye of Oren. Okay. Where did I stop? Unlike most vessels, its interior space is taken up by a variable number of identical decks filled with rooms. These spaces are often not conforming to the ship's external dimensions. Rooms frequently contain unrelated dream construct that may or may not segue further into SB2603. Segue further into SB2603's subconscious or memories once entered. It is currently unclear and considered out of scope for this project. Although structures can be seen above deck, all entrances lead to the ship bridge, a small featureless room containing only a ship's wheel. A sepia color scheme overlays all materials within the main dream construct. The reason for this is unclear. SB2603's constructed dream environment only hosts external entities. There appear to be no-entity constructs propriety to SB2603's subconscious, neither in the water nor on the ship. Of note is the fact that SB2603 itself does not manifest inside its dream state either. Hey, Chiquita, I know you're lurking, but if you can hear me, just give me like a Discord message, because I have a question for you. If you hear me, you might not be listening to me right now, or being anything like that. Let's go for a test out there. Maybe she heard me. MTF Omicron Rho runs inside SB2603's subconsciousness have revealed approximately attempts to date by unknown entities to gain control of SB2603's subconscious, most often by attempting to reach the bridge. MTF Omicron Rho operatives have on several occasions subdued and detained entities inside SB2603's subconsciousness, but these subjects could or would not provide a reason for their entry and retreated as soon as was possible. It was not possible to extract these entities for debriefing. Addendum A1 Management Summary of MTF Omicron Rho Debriefing DD 3rd 16th 2015. Interview Senior Researcher HMW LNB Ha. Interview Johann Michael Kästner, MTF Omicron Rho Operative JK. Okay, so like JK and then somehow, oh yeah, H and A, okay. Subject debriefing after incident Alpha 2603-20150315 during a routine patrol. The briefing commenced at 14:53. So wait, 14. Yeah, no, it's 14:53. Well, okay, 14 o'clock 53. 14 hour 53 seconds. I had to say that, so there's no confusion with actually 14 hours 53 minutes. On 3rd 16th 2015. Please describe to me the events as they occurred. Well, Wilson and I were patrolling Tome's subconscious, trying to keep entities from getting to the bridge when we heard a disturbance maybe 2-3 decks below us. Go on. Wilson stayed behind. I went down to investigate. I think it was 2 decks. Yes. Anyway, I started checking the cabins. I couldn't cross the threshold though, that would sack me off into another sequence. But I could look in. Found what looked like a beach at night in one, complete with a surf and the burnt out hull of I think a Russian destroyer, and in another I saw several dead sailors floating in knee-high water. You see some pretty strange things. I'm aware of that nature of dream constructs. Yes, please go on. Right. So after opening and dismissing about 12 rooms, I found a cabin completely covered in chunks of flesh. In the middle stood a record player that was playing Symphony of Destruction number MCM. I know that's but I'm not going on. For depth charge and black hole generated by Vivaldi. Hey, I know Vivaldi. Don't ask me how I know, cause I couldn't see the record label. I just knew. It wasn't really music though, just a really shrill whistling sounds of screaming and a sound like air rushing from a balloon. Ugh. Anyway, something started seeping out from the horn, sort of a purple sludge. It quickly started to form a vaguely cuttlefish-like shape. So I didn't stick around for it to complete. I just ran from there and gave a sit rep to Wilson. He decided we need the big guns, so we isolated the bridge from the rest of the ship and prepared for an intrusion. A quick question. What do you mean you isolated the bridge? It's hard to describe. Wilson has this thing she does where she sort of reroutes parts of the main dream construct, so when you get near and you don't know the right thought sequence, you end up in an unrelated part of the subconscious. You can look but you can't touch kind of deal. Try and you might end up in a dream about the Mark's childhood pet during the Congo or something. It's really hard to do. I'm definitely not certified. I'm definitely not certified yet. But she figured out that she figured that whatever was coming through downstairs was probably a heavy hitter. Didn't mean she was strained, but had to take the brunt of what was coming. Again, how to describe? We're talking a reality dictated by the residual effects of a high amplitude brain waves here. Imagine if a cuttlefish made from wind chimes came barreling down a piece of intestinal tract. Like that, only the wind chimes had teeth. It appeared from a stairwell and it was on me before I could really prepare, so I instinctively formed spikes. I made it retreat for a moment, but it didn't take long for it to come back for more. Wilson was behind me and she already engaged her abdominal Gauss cannon. I took part of the fire, but it's part of the job I guess, and there's no pain unless you allow it. So I just tried to push that thing back from the bridge. Anyway, I think we have hit something vital at some point, because it suddenly backed off and slithered down the corridor again. Wilson was breathing heavily and I could feel part of my concrete had been melted away by some kind of acid where I touched the thing. We didn't see it anymore after that. We left the barricade up while we got out there to recover, but we figured that we needed to shield the bridge better in the future. Wilson had some ideas for reprogramming some parts of the subconscious mind mostly. We'll take an expert's touch. Yes, the updated security measures you proposed. We have those on the review, a new professional opinion on what the thing was. I know that officially we don't have a leg to stand on, but I'm going to go with one of Kui Xiao's. Don't know who though, or maybe what. Don't always clear. He kind of felt too alien to be ex-human, you know. Really, they keep coming back with heavier ordnance, and I don't know how long we can keep this up. Noted. Thank you, Operative Kastner. The briefing concluded at 14/5/21 on the 3rd, 16th, 2015. Alright. Dream-related SCPs are also like quite a lot of SCPs like that, but I do like the idea of like, you know, kind of like a ship showing up that you have to board and then crazy shit happens on that ship apparently. I do like that. I do think that's cool. It's Maiden's Voyage, yeah? Definitely. It's definitely a voyage, a memorable voyage. I bet you. But imagine, oh my god, I would hate going to sleep though, because it's always, you always want to end up on that ship. And you know that ship has always some crazy shit waiting for you. I mean, at the end, you seem to have some dream powers yourself, but it still would be very frustrating to deal with this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just quite a lot.